recovery ride to start the week. Probably be a bit over an hour, trying to keep it under 200 watts, so really soft pedaling, basically like 100 BPM heart rate. It feels harder than pushing very low zone 2, but good to get the legs ticking over. Proper recovery ride today, and then 2 hours zone 2 Tuesday, Wednesday. So very easy start to the week, and then go Hatfield on Thursday, get a quality final threshold session done, and it's just a little bit of intensity to freshen up and get sharp for National 10, which is less than 2 weeks away now. Nice day, good to get out, spend a little time in the sunshine. Another easy day, but able to pedal a bit more naturally, pressing a bit harder, back up to the zone 2 and a bit hours zone 2 in the nice sunshine. Heat wave coming over the next few days.
This morning I woke up with a vision, so tomorrow I'm going to do my VO2 max session, and I'm going to move my threshold session to Monday of next week. The two sessions that I got planned are threshold session 5 by 11 kilometers, aiming to be above 400 watts, and then the VO2 max session 8 by 5 minutes, 460-ish. I'm keen to get that VO2 max session done tomorrow, and then have the threshold session, which I'd say is a bit of an easier session, the week of the National 10, so the Monday before the National 10. Switch those two sessions around. I was feeling pretty tired a lot of last week, so to start this week I had a couple of rest days. So Monday, just an hour, zone 1, literally 175 watts, 100 beats per minute. Tuesday, got out for a proper zone 2 ride, but just a little over 2 hours, so nothing crazy. And today I've woken up feeling like I'm like, right, let's go. I'm ready to get back to training, like feeling good for it. Not gonna start absolutely smashing it. That's the thing. I just wanted to feel better, feel fresher again, and then I'm not gonna be hammering it with the training for the next week and a half. But yeah, obviously I wanna get back to training. So I did do this before the British Champs ITT. So I was looking back at that this morning and thinking about what I've done for the past few days. So short openers ride on Saturday, 2 10-milers on Sunday, rest day Monday, very easy day Tuesday, and the original plan was easy day today. But I'm gonna lift that a little bit, partly just because I'm keen to get back to it. I also think it will help me feel better for the VO2 max session tomorrow. So what I'm thinking is I'll do just maybe like a 30-minute tempo, 2 hours zone 2 with a 30-minute tempo effort, and then a 30-minute heat session when I get home. Zone 1 Monday, zone 2 Tuesday, zone 3 Wednesday, zone 5 on Thursday. Progressing through the zones, but mainly it's just like I'm feeling good again. I'm feeling fresh, and I'm keen to get back to some training. So yeah, we switch in these two sessions. Switch. Boom.
Start of another heat wave, top of the Snake Pass. Glorious day, obviously. 30-minute tempo effort that was broken up by the traffic lights, 12-minute effort and a 19-minute effort. Low 300 watts, probably like, I think like 313 for the first one, like 308 for the second one. 310 average with the sweat dripping in my eyes. Yeah, it's a nice breeze up here, but it's definitely warm, heart rate getting up. But yeah, feels good. I think it's not a crazy day by any means, but I feel like it's going to set me up better for VO2 max session tomorrow. So head back now, be about 2 hours total, then do half an hour of heat. Heat wave starting, so getting back to heat training after been 5 days since my last heat session. So get heat done today. I can get 3 heat sessions done this week, 3 sessions done next week, and I should have maintained most of my heat adaptations. Whew. Yeah, just 30 minutes today because still like a easier day, and then get back to proper training tomorrow. So got my VO2 max session to do. Oh God. So yeah, kind of tough, difficult zone 2 ride, because with it getting much hotter, you can tell with your breathing that it's definitely more difficult. But did my like 30-minute fresh tempo effort to wake the legs back up again after a couple of easy days before tomorrow's session. Yeah, for the rest of that ride, it just felt relatively difficult. But I'm feeling much fresher. Like, that's why I did the effort this morning, because it was like, yeah, I'm feeling much better, and I want to get back to normal training, because I know that's what's going to put me in the best shape for the national 10 in, will be like 11 days out or something. Heat training is like, I want us to do a bit more today, so rather than doing 2.5, 3 hours zone 2, it's like, okay, do that effort and then get back to some heat training. So good day of training. Ooh, good stuff. Hot, hot, hot. $30k an hour in Sheffield. Not wanting to seal, are you? Back on the bicarb for today's VO2 max session. Just using up this box. Not planning on using them for the rest of the season. Probably experiment with if it has a benefit on the track, because out on the road, I don't think it's been much of a benefit to me personally. And with my stomach issues, pre-nationals and stuff, yeah, it's definitely not worth the risk for the 10 and such. I haven't been using it for the past few weeks. Use up this last 20-gram dose from this box, just because it's been hanging around for a little bit. Time for some heatwave VO2. Big ball of fire in the sky for once. Well, this year we've had ridiculous weather, haven't we? I am cream crackered, Willy Wonkered. My mouth has never felt so dry in my life. Yeah, VO2 max session in the 35-degree heat wave at midday, 1:30. Based on the sessions I've done for the last few weeks, kind of 4x5 minutes I did before British Champs. I was aiming for like 460 today for 8x5 minutes. 460 something for the first one, and then dropped into the 450s for the next 4, and then the last one was in the 440s. Those last 2 I was really struggling. Yeah, but happy to knock it down to 6x5, because I was wanting to play around with some VO2 max on the altitude mask, and if I'd managed the full 8x5, no chance was I going to do that, because it would just be way too much stimulus. Whereas the reason I couldn't finish the session is because of, yeah, it's just too much in the heat. So if I go back and reset, I'll be happy to play around with the hypoxic VO2 like I talked about with Barney, and so yeah, that'll be interesting. So do that, I'll be warm after doing that, and then do some heat. Now that I've stopped, my legs are just absolutely baking in the sunshine. They're just lapping up the sun. It's still a quality session, that. I mean, the last 2 weeks I knocked my 6x6 minutes at 4, those were like 450 watts. I knocked them back to 4x6, so 24 minutes of stimulus, because I was feeling pretty tired. Feeling, obviously, I've freshened up now, up to 180 BPM for a lot of the efforts, which is really good to see. Because for the previous few weeks, my heart rate's been quite suppressed. Like, good fitness, but definitely not fresh. So yeah, today was a quality session. 30 minutes of work at like 455 average, so similar, basically the same power that I was doing for my 4x6, but 6 minutes more work total. And then, like I say, I'm gonna play around with this hypoxic stuff. So get back now, have something to eat, drink, reset a little bit, and then hop on for second session of the day. I am cooked. I only realised on the cool down, I'm like, my god, it's so hard. Not surprising in the heat, so like I say, chill out for a little bit and then crack on with the rest of the day. I'm just experimenting with this altitude stuff, so do it to feel and just see how it goes. Oh, good quality session there. Dunked my face in the sink, cooled down a bit, and then hop on for some altitude training. So See how this goes. Heat training on the hottest day of the year. I'm absolutely fried. The VO2 max session cooled down after that, but I did the hypoxic VO2 straight into the heat training, and yeah, not making it for 30 minutes. Skin tingling, just absolutely destroyed. Backing it off because of how tough that was. I mean, the core temp was elevated from the hypoxic VO2. So yeah, I know the dangers of overdoing it with the heat training. So, and even though I'm much more adapted to it this year, don't want to do anything silly. But yeah, cold shower, cool off. Good day training. Good to be back. Popped up on my Strava that my activity from exactly a year ago today was the same session that I planned on doing. I had to cut back to the session I ended up doing. So heading out on Manchester Road with the target of doing 8 by 5 minutes at like 460, and then cutting it back to 6 by 5 minutes. I struggled a lot more this time last year, so went out, did the first one at 460, in the high 460s, and then was just absolutely cooked for the rest of them down in the 430s. So did the first one at 460, but then was able to at least maintain like 450 for the rest of them. And then I did the hypoxic VO2 afterwards as well. So a little bit of progress from last year. If I can match last year's fitness, then it's like, that's fucking fantastic, to be honest. So I mean, different power meter as well. So like, I haven't been able to quite get to the numbers of last year. So if I could, with the training, I'm getting there. So I'll be very happy with that. Defo wham. Been to Decathlon, got myself some, picked up an online order that I'd done for some extensions and an adjustable stem, with the purpose of setting up aero bars on my TCR on the turbo, and I reckon I've got enough adjustability here to kind of get the reach I want and get the pads basically touching, and yeah, they were, with my discount, they were like 40 quid, so not bad. Got my passenger princess, cargo in tow. A little bit of a warm-up ride, then have something to eat, pack the car and heading to Levens this evening to race a 10 miler. Quick course, I did it 2 years ago, 18-17, when John managed to get the course record of 17-19, broke my winning streak. So yeah, just done a bit of a spin with a ramp and a couple of sprints. Rest day yesterday, down at Matt's, doing some filming and stuff on the website. Feeling good, shave my legs, shower, have something to eat, let's see how we get on this evening. Right, 3 o'clock now, nice chill morning, a little bit of a ride, feeling good, stretching, taking my time getting ready, and yeah, so time to head to Levens, about 2.5 hours for me probably, so if I leaving at 3:30, I'll get there for 6, I'm starting at like just before 7:45, so plenty of time, stop off at the services before I get there, because there's no HQ, well, the HQ is just on the side of the road. That's what I did when I did 2 years ago, so yeah, should be fun. Arrived now, stopped at the services, which is like 10 minutes, little under an hour and a half till start time, so basically just get my number and get ready. Lovely evening, about 13 minutes till my start time, just got out for a little spin on the new tyre, so yeah, get out there, see how it is. All seems okay, systems check. Nice, still evening. Headwind out, tailwind back. Same as 2 years ago, so should be good. Another decent 10 miler in the legs, ahead of Hatfield next week. Not amazing tonight. You get out here and it's a beautiful evening and you're just like, okay, this could be really quick, but it definitely wasn't a fast night. Like little bit windy, like nothing crazy, like 6 miles an hour, headwind out, tailwind back, but stuff like the wind was dropping off over the course of the evening, and with it being a tailwind on the way back, if the wind speed is changing, you'd obviously ideally have the wind picking up, so then you're more likely to get a softer headwind on the way out and then a bit of a lift on the way back. And also with the course, it's from after the turnaround, it's clearly very protected because you don't really get much of the tailwind assisting you, and it's only when it opens up towards the end where it's more exposed where you really start to pick up the speed. Yeah, wasn't like I remembered it from 2 years ago. Remembered this course with rose-tinted glasses to an extent. Yeah, the road surface is pretty poor in sections. The road surface is either really quite poor or fantastic, and it kind of chops and changes between the two. But yeah, wasn't really remembering and expecting to ride on a surface that was like worse than Hatfield at points. But yeah, good hit out in the legs. I think I got the win. End up stopping pedaling a little bit before the finish line because finish on the slip road, and there's a marshal between the carriageway and the slip road, and so I just see the marshal. I'm like, okay, that's the finish, because I know it's just on the slip road, but it's actually a little bit further down the slip road because I'm like, he hasn't got a stopwatch or anything. Like, he can't be the finish timekeeper. And I'm like, fuck's sake, I need to keep going a little bit. Because, yeah, I was just, those last few kilometres, I was just like pushing hard, just praying for the finish line to come. But yeah, I know I'm not in my best shape for tonight. Based off how I've structured the training plan, with taking the easy days to start this week. Then got back to training on Thursday with a really quality VO2 max session. That it was good to have the quality there, but it was a tough session. I was pretty tired still on Friday. Wasn't training on Friday yesterday, but went down to Colville, working for the day at Matt. So even though you're not training, that still takes something out of you. And yeah, I was feeling good for it this evening. But not like incredible. Power was half decent, like in the 420s. But yeah, just wasn't like an amazing ride. Might have to do like a all-time PB at Hatfield next week to get the win. I feel like it could be. I mean, 2022 national champs on the V714. John did a fucking 17:56 to win it, which is still boggles the mind. So yeah, definitely like a mid-low 18 is going to be required to. I'd say a mid-18 is going to be required to be in the mix. What I did personally last week, and definitely like a low 18, maybe even a long 17 to win it. I mean, Matt Roster he's a fucking beast. But you know, I'm gonna give it everything I have to try and defend that title. Defending champion on home road, like. Motivation is very high. I mean, it has been all year. I mean, I've always been thinking like this is the event. It's going to mean a lot to me regardless. But coming away with a quality result like a podium or obviously I'm hoping for the win. That would be amazing. So getting back to some normal training now. Now that I've had my little break, back to some training, but nothing crazy, just tapery type stuff. But yeah, looking forward to the 10 next week. See if I can get ready before it gets dark. Tyre worked alright. Thank you very much, Mr. Bottrell. Good selection of Scran. Got myself a Tesco meal deal on the way. Got some snacks as well. Mission accomplished of packing the car before it gets dark. Getting a bit chilly. Everyone else is fucked off. I was last off and went for a little bit of a cool down, but 9 o'clock, we packed the car. Let's get home. Long old way home. Get back before midnight. That'll be good. Look at this beautiful smooth tarmac. Whereas Rivelin Valley, they'd been resurfacing it with little patches of really nice tarmac, and I'm like, okay, this is really good. And then they've fucking sprayed it with gravel. Covered the whole thing in gravel over the past 2 days. It's like, oh my god, you're doing it right. They were repaving little bits of Manchester Road, little bits of Rivelin Valley Road with really nice tarmac. And then they're just like, we're gonna chip and seal this. It's like, fuck's sake. Actual gravel riding. Already layered up so I can hop straight on for some heat training when I get back. 2 and a bit hours zone 2 and then probably like 40 minutes of heat. Lovely views, savage gradients. That's a bit steep. Nice and hot already, so just bashing out 30 minutes. Then I've got a TT threshold session at Hatfield tomorrow, so good day of training today. Happy with that. Standard protocol, like I've done for the past few months. 350 erg mode for 5 minutes. Gordon on the left side of Asioma. But yeah, haven't done much heat training this week, so just get back to it. Get like 3 quality heat training sessions done next week, ahead of the National 10. So yeah, should be good.